Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making this delicious sheet pan lemon and rosemary tofu with potatoes that is easy to make, absolutely delicious, and I think it is perfect for weeknights. And you know, I just love a sheet pan meal because you don't have to worry about getting so many things dirty. You just pop it in the oven, does its trick, and I really love it. So as always, the full written out recipe is on my blog, links in the description box down below for that. All the ingredients are written out in the description box down below as well as links for my cookbook, podcast, subscribe to my newsletter, anything I think you might need for this recipe. So definitely check out the description box. It has everything that you want to know. All right, with all that being said, let's get into the recipe. So we are going to use 1 block of extra firm tofu for this recipe, and if you're using extra firm tofu, I'm going to highly encourage you to give it a good press. So I'm just opening up my package of tofu. I'm going to run to the sink and hope I don't spill any water along the way, and now we can finish opening it up. And you can also use super firm tofu for this recipe. It's whatever you want to use. So I'm going to remove that block of tofu, and then I'm just going to put it right into my tofu press. I will have this tofu press linked down below. You guys have seen me use this before. It's a great little tofu press. So I'm just going to pop the lid on, seal it up, and press it and put it to the side. While we press that, I'm going to cut up 1 sweet potato. I don't mind the skin on my sweet potato, so I'm leaving it. Just make sure to clean it well, or you can peel it. So I'm just cutting it into little slices, and then I'm going to cut those slices into quarters or 6 pieces as we get into those bigger slices, just so that they're all about the same size, so that way they cook up evenly in the oven. And I'm just popping those into a nice big bowl, and then I have some baby potatoes, and I'm popping that in the bowl. I like the combination of sweet and salty. So as you can see, our tofu is nice and pressed. Look at all that water on the bottom of there. That's so good that we got that out because it's going to help it cook up in the oven so much better. So I'm popping that lid off, and then we are just going to cut the tofu crosswise into 8 to 10 cuts, making about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick rectangles. And you can cut this however you want if you want to do cubes, but I like these bigger rectangles for something like this. So now we are going to put this aside, back to our potatoes. So we're drizzling this olive oil on top. This was actually a lemon olive oil that I had got. I'll link it down below. It was really good. Gonna add some salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and then we're gonna add in some fresh rosemary that I chopped up and the juice of 1/2 of a lemon, and just give this a nice toss. And that's all you have to do. Very easy. Don't throw away this lemon. We're going to use that later in the oven. So just mix this up, and that's all you got to do for the potatoes. Very simple. And if you have other seasonings you like to put on your potatoes, go ahead. So now for our tofu, we are just going to sprinkle one side with some salt, black pepper. Then we're going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Then we're going to add some paprika. I love adding paprika because it adds such a nice color. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of spray oil. I just like it. It's easier to coat the tofu with. I'm only seasoning one side because you'll see in a second. So we're going to pop all those potatoes onto a nice big sheet pan. Then we're going to put the seasoned side down of the tofu so that way we can season the other side a little bit. So to finish us off, we're going to add some lemon slices in there, and that's why I said don't throw away that lemon because we're going to use it. We're going to add another little drizzle of that lemon olive oil, or regular olive oil is totally fine. And then we're going to add some more fresh rosemary right on top, and we're going to sprinkle it with some extra black pepper and some paprika. I don't do another round of salt until later. That's just my preference. If you want to put salt on right now, go for it. Bake this in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. And that's it. And it'll already start to be cooked up so nicely and just smell so good. The house smelled amazing while I was making this. So we're going to take this out of the oven, and then we are going to very carefully flip our tofu and potatoes. This actually wasn't as hot as I thought it was, so you'll see me grabbing with my hands, but be careful. Please don't if it's hot, just be careful. Use a little tongs like I did. So I'm just flipping those around, and then we're going to add on some frozen string beans. Yes, you can add frozen string beans right into the oven, completely frozen, don't worry. Gonna do one final little drizzle of olive oil on top just for those string beans, and we're going back in the oven for another 15 minutes. When it's all done, it should look something like this. You can see the potatoes are nice and roasted up there, soft. The tofu is brown and crispy, and those string beans are nice and soft now. So we're gonna add our final round of salt. I'm going to add a few sprigs of rosemary just to make it look pretty and just to garnish it. And then I'm going to add some lemon juice. You can add some extra olive oil on top if you want. It's whatever you want to do. And that's really it. I mean, this is a meal that makes itself, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I think this is a beautiful meal, and I think even for the holidays coming up, this would look beautiful on a table. And you know, you can obviously double this recipe and you can customize it. I have all things to customize on the blog post, things you can do and like that. So definitely check it out. But I just think it looks so gorgeous and festive and fun. And I love how those lemons turn just this beautiful color. So now we can plate it up and enjoy. And that's really all you got to do to make this delicious meal. All right, everyone, and that was our delicious sheet pan meal. I really hope you try this out. If you do, leave a comment down below. Let me know how it goes. Even if it doesn't go super great, let me know. We can talk about it. I just love to hear back from you guys. Or leave a comment on my blog, make a post, tag me on Instagram, use it on your stories, use hashtag plantifullybased. I just love to hear back from you guys. If you like my videos, you already know, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps the channel out, helps us to grow and spread more vegan recipes around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week with another recipe. Bye.